All right, there it is. Good morning and welcome to our Love Yourself Back to Life practice for today. Let's begin in your resting pose, Shavasana. You could do a restorative incline pose if you like. You could do the entire practice from seated if you want. This is really just a way for us to connect to ourselves. Turn your love light on, if you will. And you have to excuse me because this is happening this morning. You know, sometimes you just can't edit this stuff out. It's just happening. So get yourself grounded and settled. And we are going to be talking a lot today about opening this heart center, aligning our energy centers and opening our heart chakra, the Anahata heart chakra. How do you know if your heart chakra is closed? Well, I feel like you're not optimistic. You're more negative. You're more closed off. You can't forgive. You aren't compassionate. You know, just all of these kind of things sometimes make sense when you're like, oh, you know, like I'm closed off to that. And that can be also connected with our mind. But one thing I do know about our energy centers is that sometimes we get blocked to get to the heart and get the heart open when our lower energy centers, when those needs have not been met. So if you're seated or if you're lying down, begin to just think about being grounded and rooted, our very first energy center and chakra, the root chakra. So when we have worries, when we're concerned even about money, financial issues, not having a roof over your head, when our basic needs are not met, it's really hard to move up to feel love and compassion when we're worrying. So as we connect to this root chakra, feel grounded where you are. Try to feel okay exactly where you are. And a lot of this requires a little bit of faith on our part, right? Fear and faith cannot live in the same space at the same time. So we have to choose. Am I going to have fear? Am I going to have faith? Sometimes we have to suspend that faith for the moment and not let fear take over. So breathe into that space. Breathe into the places where you feel your body touching the back of the head, the shoulders, the hips, the heels. Noticing and acknowledging this space. If you're seated, feel your feet, feel your seat, feel your legs. Ground yourself. Now, if you're seated, imagine this long rope attached to your tail. And on the end of the rope, there's an anchor drawing down into the earth. You might even picture your body as a hot air balloon with a basket. You want to feel yourself tethered on all the edges. If you're lying down, feel every connection that's touching. It kind of reminds me of the Gulliver's Travel movie where they have him tied down. So not really to feel tied down, but to feel anchored and secured. Like, I'm not going to float away. I'm not going to let my mind take me into all of these other places. I'm going to stay right here and now, grounded. And let's ground in the mantra, all is well. All is well in the now. The most important thing that we have is our breath. Without the breath, there is no life. So begin to focus on your breath. Breathe into the pelvic floor. Breathe into the belly. Allow this feeling of security. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling for a count of 3 or 4. Exhaling for a count of 3 or 4. And see if you can get the breath to rise up into the belly space. Now, if you want to, if you're lying down, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees open wide. If you're seated, you're still in a good space to open up the next chakra, which is our sacral chakra, our place of creativity, our place of reproduction. And when we open this space here, we're allowing creativity juices to flow up from that groundedness. To maybe in this stillness, find solutions. Breathe in and out of that belly space. Inhale and exhale. Remember that healing is a process. Giving yourself grace. That healing takes time. Healing is a journey. Our practice is a journey. From yourself, through yourself, and to yourself. Getting back to you. In the stillness, noticing what comes up. It's very hard to be creative if we're running around in fight or flight, stressed out. So we be still and maybe wait for some answers to come up. Breathe in and out. Breathe into that belly space. If you're seated, if you would like to join us in a lying down position, I'll join you. Bend your knees, placing your feet wide on the mat, arms out to the side like the letter T, and let's begin to swish from side to side. So we're going to wake up this sacral chakra, this creativity center. Following your breath, one inhale and one exhale. If you have been practicing with me, you know that we do a lot of these movements every time we practice. So we're being a little more intentional today with my verbiage anyway. to get you to connect in a deeper way so that we can get up to that heart and open that heart. Let the legs fall to the right, take the head to the left. Massage the right hip a bit. Breathe in and out. The arms open, the heart open. Inhale to the center, exhale, bring the legs to the left, look over to the right, rock the hips. Coming back to the center. Draw one leg up at a time. Give it a hug. We've been saying a lot of this lately. We need 4 hugs every day just to survive. 8 to 12 hugs to thrive. And our own self-hugging, so powerful. Draw the knee in. Circle the ankle. If you like, extend the leg up and down. Get a little movement in your knee. And then let's rest the legs. Feet can be together and the knees out wide, or knees together and the feet out wide. Arms out to the side. Let's take some loving hugs around the body. Give yourself a little love massage, opening and closing the arms. Try to keep your mind in a loving place. Thoughts may arise from time to time. I'm sure we've all had experiences and situations where you thought, oh, I don't like myself very much today, for whatever reasons. So again, giving yourself grace today as we move all the way up these energy centers, opening up to get to our heart. Once we have some needs met in these bottom 3 energy centers, we can get up to that heart. Let the arms open wide, breathe in and out. Reconnect to that root chakra, feeling yourself connected and grounded. Remember, we come to our mat to feel. Come to your mat to feel. As you feel ready, roll over to your left side. Use your arms to push yourself up, coming to your seat. And let's reground here. Feeling the hips, feeling the thighs, connecting with your posture. Draw the shoulders back gently. Within your awareness, noticing, where do you spend your time? When you're sitting, watching television or driving, how is the posture aligned? Again, where do you spend your time? Breathe in and out. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands to heart center. And just continue with one breath, one movement here, filling yourself up and drawing some energy into your heart space. Filling it up. Having a loving thought. I love myself unconditionally. I give myself grace for the moments. One more time. Let the hands rest in the heart for a breath or two. Again, taking a loving thought here, thinking of one thing that you love about yourself unconditionally. Willingness to change and adapt. Bring the hands to the lap and let's begin to stir. And as you stir the body here, you're moving through that solar plexus energy center. Our empowerment, empowering yourself for more love and compassion. The I will center. Picturing a brilliant, bright yellow color as you roll. Switch the legs anytime you're feeling like you need to, and switch the direction of your swirl. Using your shoulders in this beautiful infinity circle. The circle has no beginning and no end. The love goes on and on and on. I don't know if you've heard this, but I've heard this recently, that the reason that the wedding ring is on the left ring finger is because there's a nerve that's attached from that finger all the way to the heart. Coming to the center and pausing. See where your shoulders are, see where your neck is, your throat. As you're paused here, let's connect that vagal nerve. Have a loving thought. Breathe it into your heart. Notice the breath all the way down into the belly. Interlace the palms, pressing out for seated cat. Open up your heart space. Inhale into your cow. Open the heart. Think that loving thought. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Breathe into the space. Really connect to that center. Anytime the mind should stray into something that isn't of a loving thought, you want to redirect. Hold the heart space open. Bringing the hands back to the center. Let's creep forward, bowing. Letting the heart be superior to the head. Let your head hang low. And the upper back rising up a little higher. Breathe into that back space. Giving your ego permission to take a break today. Letting the heart be superior to our thinking mind. Sliding back, open the heart, change the cross in the legs. Coming back to the center, creep forward. Once again, let the head bow. Breathe into that upper back. Breathing into that back heart space. Letting go of judgment. Letting go of criticism. As you come back to the center, inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Keep opening your heart. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, twist. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, twist. One more time, each side. Coming back to rest those hands at heart center. Back to that loving thought. Moving our body to a hands and knees position. Use a little extra cushion underneath those knees if you need to. Gently sway from side to side. Have a little playfulness in this movement. Let it be organic to your body. Playing from side to side, wagging your puppy tail. Coming back to the center when you're ready for a kneeling cat and cow. Exhale, round chin to chest, curl tailbone under. Inhale, shine your light, draw that chest through your shoulders, lift your face to the sky. Puppy tail back behind you. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, open. Come back into neutral spine for spinal balance. Right hand forward, left foot back. Take a stretch as you like. Bring the limbs to parallel whenever you're able and ready. Adding a little strength here. Strength and balance. Switching sides whenever you're ready. Belly button pulled in, knee and toes and hip facing down towards your mat. Let's do it one more time on each side. Extend. And switch sides. Extend. Inhale. And exhale. Come to stand on your knees. Bringing your hands to your hips. Gently use your hands on your low back to push your hips forward. So a little kneeling camel pose. Press the hips forward. Draw your elbows back behind you together and open up your heart. Lean into it as you feel comfortable. Just keep playing with this little camel. Opening up. Firm the buttocks, squeeze the thighs. Use some blocks or a chair nearby, and we're going to set up for a lunge pose. You can bring the hands back down, stepping your right foot through in between your hands. Slide that left knee back just a little bit. And as you're ready, walk the hands up. And then just bend and straighten a little bit from here. So you can be up higher. The hands can be on the blocks. The hands can be on a chair supporting, or if you're more comfortable down here in this lower position. So just gently threading forward and back. Another option to come forward and inhale the arms all the way up. Exhaling the hands back behind the back onto the low back and opening the heart here. Inhale. Exhale. Slide back into half split. Use those blocks. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, hands back behind the back. Inhale, open the heart. Stay for an exhale to sink. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. So if this isn't feeling good in your body, you can just stay here forward and back. Honoring your body. As we bring those hands back down to the floor, step back with your right foot, taking a child's pose, big toes together. It can be more of a puppy pose if you like, letting the head relax and the booty up in the air, or you can press the hips all the way back if that feels okay with your knees. Another option is to take a rolled up towel and put in the bend of your legs. Honoring. So here, recognize the head again is lower than the heart, so that we can be in our heart space. As we practice today, there may be challenges that you may think, oh, I'm not comfortable with that move, etc. And so when those come up, honor yourself, and I'll try to give as many modifications as I can so that you have some more choices. Coming back to an all fours position when you're ready. Left foot steps through in between the hands. And again, your choice to floss forward and back from this position, or from up high, or going all the way through the flow. Inhaling the arms up to the sky, lowering the hands to the small of the back. Inhale, all the way back up to the sky, lower down, press back into that half split. Slow and gentle. Inhaling and exhaling. No right or wrong, giving yourself grace. Stepping back when you're ready and finding that child's pose. Taking time to honor. Let the forehead rest on your mat, just gently rocking it from side to side. Breathe in and out. Now, as you feel ready, let's come back up to all fours and take your time to find your way up to your feet, whatever that looks like for you. And as you come to stand, Find your focal point out in front of your body. Find your posture, align your feet. And again, it's important to note how we spend our day in our body with our posture. When you're standing, are you rounded forward? So when this collapses, notice that we're just kind of engulfing the heart rather than allowing the heart to be open. So paying attention to how we're standing, our body position sometimes has a lot to do with our attitude. So for an example, my grandmother had very large breasts and she was ashamed of her breasts. So she stood like this all the time. Open up. Be proud. Loving yourself. Let's take a nice, beautiful standing flow from here. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky. Bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Support your hands on your thighs or your fingertips on the floor and bend the knees right and left. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. Extend halfway lift. Gaze to the tip of the nose out over the front of your mat. Exhale, let it go. Reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Gaze up to the fingertips. Knuckles on the small of the back. Open that heart. Strong and proud. Inhale, stretch the fingertips up to the sky. Reach over, grab your right wrist, pull it over to the left. Exhale. Keep that light shining. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the other side. Feeling grounded through these feet and open through the heart. Inhale back to center. Hands to your heart. We'll begin again. Inhale. Swan dive, forward fold. Exhale, just like you're flying. Relax at the bottom. Shake the head out, yes and no. Bend the knees right and left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands to the small of the back or these cactus arms. Full standing camel. Shine your light. Inhale, rise. Grab that right wrist. Take it over to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, other side. Inhale back to the center. Hands to heart center. Get your gaze. Let's begin again one more time. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Dangle, bend the knees right and left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Open that heart up, exhale. Inhale, back to stand. Side bend, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart center. Release those arms down at your side. Take that mountain pose. Standing on the mountain, strong and proud. Breathe in and out. Return your hands back to your heart, right foot forward, left foot back, taking your warrior stance. Bend and straighten that forward knee. Adding your arms, gazing high. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. One more time. We're going to hold this warrior A. Open the arms up wide into warrior B. Right arm forward, left arm back. Take those hands back behind the back. Interlace behind you or put the knuckles on the small of the back. Keep your eyes focused and let's just hinge forward right over that forward right leg. Now, if you need to, you can support your body with the chair or you could have the legs more away from each other rather than parallel heels. Open that heart back up. Inhale the arms back into warrior A. Step your feet together. Let's go back to our original flow. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Bend your knees right and left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to rise. Exhale, take your back bend. Inhale, rise. Side bend. Right to left. Inhale to the center. Left to right. Inhale to center. Hands to heart center. Left foot forward, right foot back. And again, the heels do not have to be in line with each other. Maybe the right foot steps a little more out to the side to help you balance. Inhale the arms up to the sky as you bend. Exhale, straighten. Shine in your light, gazing up. Having a loving thought, returning back to that love intention, feeding into that one thing that you love about yourself. Keeping that forefront in your mind. Inhale, warrior A. Exhale, warrior B. Left arm forward, right arm back. Bring the hands back behind the back. You could grab your elbows. You could put the knuckles on the small of the back, or you can interlace the palms, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Humble warrior bows to the inside of your left leg. And we inhale right back up again. Draw your belly button in, exhale. Inhale, open up, back into warrior A. Step those feet together. Coming back to our original flow. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees right and left. Let's take a side twist from here. Straightening your right leg, bending your left knee. Place that left arm on the thigh or the fingertips in front of the toes. Inhale that right arm up to the sky, gazing up to those fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, switching sides. Bending your right, straightening your left. Right arm down, left arm up to the sky, gaze up. Yeah, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Reach over, grab that right wrist, take that side bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to the center. Take that back bend one more time. Open up. Inhale, hands to heart center. Relaxing these arms down to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time in our standing flow. Right foot forward, left foot back. Bend and straighten. Add your arms. Inhale. Exhale, eyes gaze up. Hold your warrior A. Arms open up into warrior B. Exhale. Hands back behind the back. Humble warrior bow. Trust yourself. 2 more. Last time. Inhale, warrior A. Step feet together, hands at your heart. Inhale, rise up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale. Taking those twists again, straightening your right, bending your left. Inhale, right arm to the sky, look up. Exhale, other side, look up. Exhale, reverse swan dive. Side bends. Back to the center. Taking your back bend. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Left foot forward, right foot back. Get yourself stable. Inhale the arms to rise. And bend. And rise. Can always rise again. Inhale. Hold warrior A. Open the arms. Exhale warrior B. Open it up. And bow. Just 3 of these humble warrior bows. Open the light back up as you rise. Nice and slow. Inhale, arms to the sky, warrior A. And step those feet together. Hands at your heart. Take a moment to pause. Get a steady gaze. And we're going to add a little QiGong here to feed into our energy centers. So let's rub the hands together, creating a little energy chi ball, if you will. And we're going to go back into our split stance. Let's start with the left foot forward and the right foot back. Release the arms down to the side. And we're going to start with pushing the wave. Moving so slow that all you feel is ease. Exhale and inhale, drawing back to you. One more. Try to seamlessly bring the legs back together and to switch sides. Whatever that looks like for you, seamlessly. Shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, push away anything that's not serving you. And draw back in what you're needing. Seamlessly step the legs together. And let's do a little breath and body regulation by just moving the hands up and down, not moving through the shoulders, and the hands kind of look like a paintbrush. Fingertips down, knuckles down, wrists float up first, and then the fingertips come up. Inhale, gather some energy out to the side. And as your hands pass down the center of your body, we're giving that energy to our mind, to our heart, and to our body. Let the hands rest on the lower dantian, our reservoir, feeding our groundedness, feeding our sacral chakra. Moving back, left leg forward, right leg back. Our nice bow pose, like warrior pose. And with the arms, we're going to start down here nice and low. And it's like you're scooping up and bringing into yourself. Now you could also do this with your feet together. So if the split stance is not comfortable, and you can do this from a chair if you need to sit. So you're drawing in and bringing in. And then we're going to move the hands up to the heart. Bring it in. Gathering it up. And it's almost like a hug that you're drawing in. Effortless. Remember, healing takes time. The body heals when we're at rest. So this is like moving rest. Moving the hands up to the third eye, our wisdom center. Bringing loving energy into our wisdom center. Let's move the hands back down to the heart. What would you like to bring into your heart space? And bring the hands into the reservoir, the lower dantian, our body. Seamlessly step the legs together. Ground the arms. And then take your time to switch sides. And we'll start this forward and backward movement, bringing the hands into the lower dantian again. Having a strong, deep intention to feed ourselves the energy that we need. In the beginning, I talked about how important it was that our lower three chakras are flowing in the right direction so that our heart can be open. Move the hands up to the heart center, bringing in what you need. We stirred up a lot of energy with our yoga flow. So we're going to use this. Bring the hands up to the wisdom center. It's like an internal prayer that you're drawing in. Let me find peace in my mind. Arms drop back down to the heart. We'll do 3 passes here. all the way back down to the body reservoir, feeding that energy into our creativity center. And then when you're ready, try to seamlessly step the legs together and ground the energy. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, bring it down. Bless my mind. Bless my heart. Let the hands rest. Let's find our way back down to our mat. We'll get down into our hips a little bit so that we can make our way into our Yoga Nidra. As you come all the way down, once again, just get grounded. Feet wide, knees together, or feet together and knees out wide, whatever your preference. Focus on the heart space breath. Watching the chest rise and fall. Taking these moments to pause and notice whatever sensations may be happening in the body, from head to fingertips and hips to toes. Placing the feet hip distance apart with the knees up, arms along the sides, lengthening through the neck. Our bridge pose is a big heart opening pose. Ground through your feet and lift your hips up to the sky. If you can, see if you can walk your arms or shoulders underneath the body just a little bit more. I turned my head to check on you, but you shouldn't turn your head. You should keep your chin into your chest, looking down the midline of the body. Lowering the hips down as you inhale. Let the arms raise over the crown of the head, creating a little wave in the body. Exhale to bridge. Send the heart up high. Contract through the root. Inhale to lower. Let's do that one more time. Exhale to bridge. Inhale to lower. Resting again, knees and inner thighs together, feet out wide, or soles of the feet together and the knees out wide, whatever your preference is. Breathe oxygen into the heart space. Arms out to the side like the letter T. Let's bring the feet back to hip distance apart and cross the right ankle over the left. Supporting with your hands. If you need to, let's rock from side to side, massaging the hips. Massaging that sciatic nerve. Sometimes when we're in pain, it's very hard to feel love. So we want to make sure all of our little parts are loved and massaged. Self-care. So I'd like to add a little challenge onto our practice. And that would be every day adding something of self-care value. Draw the left foot off the floor and let's hold our figure 4. So while the heart is open, what can you add for love tomorrow? A comforting, loving meal? Whatever it is, to have that intention of honoring yourself and loving yourself. If it's taking a moment to have a cup of tea or coffee and to sit and watch nature. Or maybe you have a love movie that really lights you up. A massage, a facial, a haircut and a pedi. Mani pedi haircut day. Try to do something every day. Hold on to your right ankle and let's extend the left leg. And so after the 7 days, just like hit me up and let me know how you felt after just intentionally giving yourself that permission every day for 7 days. Place the right foot into the left inner thigh and just let it open up here. And as you're pausing here, take a few moments to contemplate what might the next 7 days look like in love. Right foot on the floor, left ankle crossed over the right side, gently rocking from side to side, massaging the hips again. We'll get into the left side of the body. It's worth noting that sometimes when we're moving the body, things come up. Notice what comes up. Do we need to go, that's interesting. Something that I need to work on. And so you're also, we'll see how this works out, but you're also given some journal pages that maybe you could, write down whatever came up for you today. Hold this position and bring the right leg into the body, lengthen the neck. Hugging this thigh. So this is another hug for yourself today. Intention changes everything, just makes what you're doing just a little stronger. It moves us away from just going through the motions and whatever our reasoning is. Hold on to that left ankle and extend the right leg. Most times we show up for our practice for flexibility. Let us also allow ourselves to get a little deeper. Take that left foot and let it rest into the right inner thigh. Letting go here. Letting yourself be open. And we're going to be transitioning right into our Yoga Nidra. So take Shavasana whenever you like. And I'm going to begin our Yoga Nidra with a reading. Again, allowing yourself to get grounded. Breathing in and breathing out. The name of this reading is called Love at First Sight. Where two deliberate, the love is slight. Whoever loved, not having loved at first sight. The true power of love at first sight is often missed because we insist on limiting its meaning to the sweep of falling into another person upon first meeting. To appreciate the deeper sense of this, we must uncover and reclaim the importance of first sight itself, which has more to do with seeing things essentially rather than physically for the first time. We all walk around within the numbness of our habits and routines so often that we take the marvels of ordinary life for granted. It is first sight that opens the freshness of each moment, unencumbered by any of our habits and routines. First sight is the moment of God's sight, heart sight, soul sight. It is the seeing of revelation, the feeling of oneness that briefly overcomes us when nothing remains in the way. And at its deepest, most real level, the notion of love at first sight is spoken of in every spiritual tradition as the reward for being fully awake. Such seeing anew restores our sense of being alive. Paradoxically, first sight is reoccurring. In the same way that we wake every day, we regularly return first sight to the rhythm of our wakefulness of spirit. Whenever we can see with that original vision, with nothing between us and the life around us, we can't help but love what we see. To see so fundamentally opens us up to love. To love so fundamentally is to see the world we're a part of as the vibrant, ongoing creation that it is. So it really manifests this way. At first sight, we find love. At our first true seeing, the love that is already there touches us. In this regard, first seeing is an ever-present threshold to the majesty of what is. Certainly and beautifully, this happens with other people when we, upon first truly seeing another, fall sweetly into the miracle of their presence. But this is also possible on a daily basis. Upon first truly seeing ourselves, our world, our sense of God again and again. I can work across from the same person for years, and one day, because my own suffering has opened me more fully than I can remember, and because the light floods that person's face, I can see for the first time, truly see who they are and feel love for them. I can walk by the same willow, season after season, and one day, because of the sheen of after rain and the lowness of the wind, I can truly see the willow like never before and feel love for the willow in all of us. I can, in the mirror late at night, after seeing myself hundreds of times, see the willow and the light and the other in my tired face and know the sameness as the stuff of God. In truth, it has never been about first meeting, though this can happen, but more about first coming into view. As a breeze all spun out lets the water go clear, we finally stop talking, stop performing, stop pretending, and all tired out we go clear, and the heart that rests in everything beats before us. Breathe away your mind sight, your past sight, your future sight, your wounded sight. With each slow breath, feel the cool air of your birth sight, your first sight. Breathe slowly and imagine that the beat of your heart carries up the beginning of time sight. At the moment that you feel original, however briefly, open your eyes and bow with love to the first thing you see. As you're lying here, bring your focus and attention to your face, softening around the eyes, softening around the mouth, the jaw. Bring your focus and attention to your throat and your shoulders, your arms, and let them rest. Bring your focus and attention to your heart space, your lungs, and watch your chest rise and fall with every breath. And with every breath inward, breathe in more love, more patience, more compassion. Breathe into your belly space. Bring your focus and awareness to your ribs, your belly button, this empowerment center. And rest. Rest through the hips and the space in between the hip bones. Bring your focus and attention to your pelvic floor and let it rest. Bring an attention and focus to your legs. Let the knees soften and the hips soften. The lower legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Let your whole body feel light and weightless, and rest. Please give yourself permission to stay as long as you like. If you're feeling ready, begin to awaken slowly. And remember, as you open your eyes, find love at first sight, whatever your eyes gaze upon. Taking your time to move from where you are to your side, and from your side to your seat. And as you get grounded on your seat, let's bring the hands upon the heart. And once again, connecting here. Give yourself a nice little list of the things that you love about yourself. Healing, again, is a process. Tuning in and turning the love light on every day for ourselves. It's like putting your oxygen mask on, caring for yourself first so that you can love and care for others. Let the palms lay open in your lap. Our mind is open, our heart is open, and our palms are open, ready to give and ready to receive. Bringing your hands together in prayer for blessings and gratitude. The light and the love within me honor and bow to the light and the love within you. Namaste.